At the beginning of the film, we see a strange computer code that keeps changing. Then someone connects to Emma's device and watches her. The main character wakes up to the sound of her alarm clock and picks up her phone. The hacker observes Emma preparing breakfast and video calling her brother. A girl using a laptop shows her brother her new apartment that she recently moved into. Then Emma dances with only her legs visible in the frame. In the evening, she talks on the phone with a friend and shares that she spent the whole day unpacking and didn't even go outside. Before going to bed, Emma spends some time on her laptop and then falls asleep. She doesn't notice how the hacker switches the images on the screen during this time. In the morning, Emma decides to tidy up a bit and turns on some upbeat music for that. Then the girl heads to the train station and goes to Essex. Emma is amazed by what she sees and often takes pictures of both the sights and just interesting things. She notices that her phone starts to freeze for unclear reasons. Then Emma goes to her classes. After classes, the girl sits in the library and puts her phone under the table. The hacker watches Emma simultaneously from two devices. There, the girl meets Michael. The guy asks Emma about her home and daily life. Michael offers to make a list of things the girl must try in the new place. Emma even agrees to a date and gives the guy her number. In the evening, she gets a pedicure, which the hacker really likes. He saves various screenshots for himself. The hacker also captures moments where Emma is sleeping. A new day emerges. The girl plays tennis virtually, after which she goes to meet her friend. Emma shares that her ex-boyfriend often sends her messages. She even feels sorry for Alex because he's having a hard time dealing with their breakup. Then Emma decides to bring her friend to her home. She shows Nicole the guy she met at the library. The girl thinks that Michael looks amazing and should not be missed, while Emma makes tea. The hacker plays a song on her laptop. Nicole suggests to her friend to check the device at the university. Before going to sleep, the hacker reviews the recorded material and also watches Emma in the shower. In the morning, the girl decides to make breakfast. Emma talks to her mom and wants to make poached eggs. The woman laughs, saying that it's too complicated a dish for someone who has never cooked before. Then Emma heads to her classes. She sits next to Michael and then goes with him to the cafe. Emma often swipes away messages from her ex-boyfriend. Michael invites the girl to a dance party. At home, Emma is dancing when she suddenly hears a knock on the door. She retrieves a strange package that was delivered to her, and inside Emma finds only a razor, which seems strange to her. She informs her friend about the discovery, but her friend suggests not to worry. Before going to bed, Emma takes a shower again and uses the new razor. A hacker captures this moment, as well as the event of the foot massage in bed. The next day, Emma goes on a date again. She tries on hats with Michael and then eats pizza with him. In the evening, the couple admires the sunset and decides to take a photo for memory. At that moment, Michael kisses the girl and she reciprocates. When they return home, Emma practices dancing to get in shape. From a hidden number, the girl gets a call from Alex. The ex-boyfriend is angry that Emma cut off all contact with him and wants to focus on herself. The next day, the girl has a conversation with her mom and tells her about the date. While Emma is not at home, a hacker revisits her archive videos and photos on her laptop. Soon the girl realizes that her photos with Alex have mysteriously disappeared from the albums. Emma shares the news with her friend, worried that something is happening with her tech. She decides to change all her passwords and takes her laptop to the service center. The technician finds no issues and sends Emma home. The girl meets with Michael and talks to him about the future. Suddenly, Michael's neighbor bursts into the room and apologizes. Emma steps out to the bathroom, and Michael's friend begins to hint that he won't be in the apartment for a couple of days. The guy advises him to quickly get the girl into bed. Upon returning home, Emma chats with her friend. Nicole advises her to spend some time alone with Michael and forget all the troubles. The conversation is interrupted by a message. Emma is worried that someone from a hidden number is sending her strange messages. Nicole asks her to calm down, as someone may have just dialed the wrong number. Soon, Emma invites the guy over to her place. She has fun with Michael, kisses him, and it starts to grow into something more. Emma asks the guy to take things slow so that as not to hurt the wallpaper. Before going to bed, the girl turns off the light when suddenly she hears a scary knock. Emma goes out into the hallway and looks through the peephole, but there is no one outside the door. At school, the girl talks to Chris, who wants to assign her to one of the positions. Emma tells her friend that the man seemed to be flirting with her. In the evening, she returns home and goes about her business. Emma suddenly starts receiving strange messages from Michael. The guy sends her adult content and then a video from herself from high school. Emma discusses what is happening with her friend and thinks about how to react. She calls Michael and demands an explanation for why he sent all those messages. The guy is puzzled. After all, he hadn't opened his computer or logged online since the evening. Emma looks confused and hangs up. At school, the girl tells Michael that she needs some time because the situation with the messages and the deletion of the photos is really frightening her. Emma returns home late in the evening and feels that a strange person is following her. This scares her even more. In her apartment, Emma calls her friend and says she plans to change all her passwords as well as her phone number. Nicole thinks her friend is overly paranoid, but says she supports this decision anyway. While Emma is showering, the hacker deletes a voice message about the interview from Chris on her phone. The girl walks into the bedroom where Nicole is waiting for her. Emma stands over her phone, which is why the hacker takes rather explicit photos. Then the girl, along with Nicole, goes to the club where she tries to have fun and forget about the strange events of the past few days. Emma doesn't even suspect that she is still being watched at the very moment. Closer to morning, the drunken friend returns to Emma's apartment. At the same time, a strange shadow in a hood appears inside. Nicole decides to go back home, so Emma enters the dark apartment alone. Emma gets her dress dirty and takes it off, leaving her only in her underwear. She falls asleep in front of the television, not noticing the strange moving shadow on the balcony. With a headache and swelling, Emma wakes up in bed the next morning. She goes to the bathroom and the hacker turns the camera to look at her legs. Emma then rides to study on the electric train. At that moment, a shadow passes through the girl's apartment again. Evening falls. Through the purse, the hacker watches as Emma walks down the dark street. She comes home and realizes the door is open. In a panic, Emma calls her friend and asks what to do. Nicole advises her to gather her courage and check the apartment. Emma goes inside and checks the premises. As she climbs to the attic, the girl drops her phone, which frightens Nicole very much. Having ensured that no one else is in the apartment, Emma puts the weapon away in the kitchen and says that the recent events have made her very nervous. At night, she sleeps soundly and doesn't see an unknown person wandering around her apartment. Waking up in the morning, Emma turns off the alarm and checks her incoming messages. During the day, the girl goes about her business, and in the evening she returns home. Emma is watching a cooking show when she suddenly hears a knock at the door. Startled, she opens the door and sees Michael behind it. The guy says that he decided to support Emma in her difficult time. Therefore, as a gift, Michael brought the girl a cat named Clover, as she had long dreamed of having a pet. The guy also manages to convince Emma to go to lunch with him. She hugs Michael and soon they find themselves alone in the bedroom. The hacker combines two recordings to create a video in which he lies down in bed with the sleeping Emma. Soon the girl sees Michael off and goes to bed. The hacker carefully picks the lock and begins to enter the apartment. Emma wakes up from coughing and goes to the kitchen to get some water. She has no idea that a person is standing right behind the wall. Emma drinks a glass of water, then puts it in the sink and goes to the bedroom. After a while, the hacker follows her. The man freezes at the door, then slowly begins to approach the bed, where the sleeping Emma lies. Morning comes. The girl plays with Clover when Michael calls her. The guy tells her that he received threatening letters demanding that he stay away from Emma and not approach her. The frightened girl decides to contact the police. However, the authorities inform her that they can't do anything until a crime has been committed. This greatly angers Emma. Going for a walk with Nicole, Emma constantly looks around, not feeling safe. In the cafe, Emma complains to her friend that she's very scared. Nicole tries to support her friend and asks her to stay in touch. When she returns home, Emma sees that Clover has died. She's very upset and calls her parents for support. Emma also tells her family that someone is watching her. Her parents say they will fly to their daughter and find her a new apartment. Emma calls Michael again, but she only hears the answering machine. The next day, she begins to pack her things. Emma calls her ex-boyfriend, thinking that he is the one who has been stalking her. However, Alex informs her that he is not involved at all, and that the world does not revolve around Emma. Before going outside, Emma checks the peephole several times to make sure there is no one behind the door. On the streets, in cafes, and on public transport, the girl feels intense anxiety and constantly looks around. In the coffee shop, Emma even has a panic attack. In the evening, she returns home and talks to her mother. The woman asks her daughter not to worry about Michael and to go to bed. By tomorrow, Emma will be with her family. Suddenly, the lights go out in the apartment. Emma jumps up from the sofa, and at that very moment, a hacker jumps on her. The girl's mother, who is watching everything via video call, begs the man to leave her daughter alone. However, the man silently closes the laptop. At this point, the film ends. Thank you all for watching this video until the end. Please like this video, write in the comments what you think about this film, and I'll see you in the next video.